Hello. This video I'll talk about how we can calculate some values into the fields. This is the neighborhood layer of Cambridge. I added that to my map. Open the attribute of the table. Here's the attribute of the table. We learned that you could use toggle to create a new field, toggle editing. You can create a new field. I already have created a new field and named it population, which is an integer 64. I'm going to create a new field and also name it grouping because we want to create some sort of grouping for the city. But because these going to be group A, group B, group C, they will store some text value or some label value in themselves. So that will mean that we need to create a text field or a string data type for this field. I'm going to create that. Now we have two fields and I'm going to assign values for each of these fields. As you can see, if you hover your mouse on these fields, you're going to see that you can see the data type of each field. Let's work with the population field for now. I want to assign the population of each of these neighborhoods. For example, I want to say this neighborhood has the population, let's say 10,000 people or 15,000 people. So select that, and then we go to the field calculator and we say we want to update an existing field, the value of an existing field, and we can say use population field, and the value that we want to assign, for example, is 15,000 people. There's a point here that you want to make sure you understand, and that is this checkbox. Only update one selected feature, because only we have one selected feature. That means this value will be assigned only on the selected feature. So if I remove that checkbox, then this value will be assigned to all features, regardless of selection, regardless whether you have a selection or not. Because we want to assign that value to this specific selected feature, I use that checkbox, and then I assign the value, and now there you go, you have that value here. Let's try it again. I'm going to assign the value of 2000 to that field, to that feature. And then when you select that feature, also that must be selected automatically in your table. So that this is population, this is this feature, and you can see that it's still empty. And I'm going to use field calculator and say this one has, for example, 16,500 people living there. I have to also choose, I'm going to assign population only selected features, and there you go, you have that value. You can add value to other neighborhoods. In this case, this is just an example, so no need for that. This was an example for how you can calculate a numerical value for the fields. I can deselect and clear the selection of my layer. Let's go back to our grouping field. Here, this is a string. We have a string field. And I want to assign, for example, these. Let's select these. I'm using the select feature tool, and you can open a window. I want to say these features are group A. By the way, for As using field calculator, your table does not need to be in the in the editing mode. So I can actually turn off editing. Then you won't see the the vertex points here. That helps just with the just seeing the map clearly. So those features are selected. You can see them in the table. 5 rows are selected, and I'm going to use open field calculator again. I'm going to update the new, updating the existing field of grouping. There's a difference between numerical variables and text variables. In numerical variables, whether it is integer or double or decimal, you can just type the number here. Sorry. So that would work for numerical variables. For string variables, that doesn't work. For string variables, we need to put the value in single quotations. So I'm opening a single quotation. I'll call them group A, and then I'll close the quotation mark. And now this is ready to be assigned. I'm going to select these and say, these are, again, grouping and quotation group. And I'm going to select these. There are 3 rows, and I'm going to say existing and grouping and call them group. So this way I assigned a group value ABC to my features, and they are string or text values. When you use field calculator, I think it automatically goes to editing mode. Make sure that you stop editing and save that. Otherwise, your these changes won't be applied. So for you, for Q, it is very important to make sure that you save your edits and toggle it off. And now your map, your values are assigned. You are ready to use that for mapping. For example, I'm going to use the values for categorized, because they are categories. Categorize the grouping value method, and I'm using classify, so group A, B, C. And now you can see that your map is color coded based on that. And you have them in your legend as well.